So I went into today's workout with a very tender lower back. So I started warming up, knowing that I should take it easy. I go up, it was just a warm up, 315 pounds, something popped, felt awful, dropped the bar, no more deadlift. So there's a few mistakes that I have already made. I'll kind of talk you guys through. I just feel like everyone talks about, the great things they do and their accomplishments, but no one shows you the process of them failing, not even failing, but just kind of coming across these road bumps. So the volume on this program has been absolutely insane. I've actually been cutting some out and it's still been high. Now, I don't want to sound like I'm complaining. This is what I wanted, but I need to adjust, and I kind of just jumped straight into this thing. And so since I started this program, I just have not felt the greatest physically. I've been extremely sore and my lower back has been giving me some issues. So something like this was inevitably going to happen. Now, do I think it's a long-term injury? I hope not. I doubt it, but I'm just going to work around it for now. I probably will not be able to squat tomorrow based on the way I'm feeling now. So I would just continue to do bicep curls until I die. And that's perfectly fine, right? Maybe I'll finally look like I lift. So we'll just make some adjustments and make the best out of it, but I'm inevitably going to make some mistakes here, so hopefully you guys can learn from me. So I should probably roll out a little bit more often. I'm very reactive when it comes to these types of things. I tell myself I'm gonna do it on my off day, but then I'll wake up and then I'm like, well, do I wanna do that or get into work earlier? And work always wins. And that's probably part of the problem as well. I'm sitting down for so many hours each day, and sometimes I'll just get in the zone and I'll just be so focused in on my work that I won't wanna get up to do anything. And obviously that's not the best thing for your body. Back in the day when ball was life, all I used to do was watch these video cassette tapes. Kids probably don't even know what those are anymore, of the NBA. And when Penny Hardaway came on, I used to get so excited. I would get up from the couch, I would start doing my imaginary crossover fade away, hit the jump shot in my mind because I was terrible. Well, I was probably pretty terrible.
White Iverson, when I started balling, I was young.
But that doesn't really matter. So as you guys saw, I made my way into the gym, but it wasn't the best. I hit 405 just for a single to try to get some deadlift volume in a little bit, but my lower back is still giving me some problems. So I did the yoga this morning. Yoga, like that's gonna help me at this point. But we're gonna go into the gym tomorrow. We're gonna keep pressing it. Now, I'm not trying to be stupid, but I do want to get back into my powerlifting movements. I'm just very thankful that this did not happen throughout my prep. See, I'm a very, very lucky guy. But I'm gonna get back to this Netflix show. If you guys don't like 30 for 30, I don't know that we could be friends. We couldn't even Netflix and chill. Yeah. Hey. Hey. I weighed in this morning at 186 pounds, not too bad. I think I realistically started the cut at 189 pounds, but the first week after I started the cut, I actually hit a low weigh-in of 181. Now that is 10 pounds lighter than the previous week, because after this day of eating, I woke up at 191 pounds, but I never told you guys this because I didn't want to send the wrong message. But then I started thinking it through. I was like, I could do two things. One, I can make a good title out of this. So I could clickbait you guys in here and then provide you with a valuable message so we both win, right? Okay, so the reason I didn't want to say anything is because that is so misleading. Yes, I lost 10 pounds on the scale, okay? But that means absolutely nothing, and here's why. One, I woke up heavy because I ate pizza and Chinese the day before. The other thing is because when I hit that low weigh-in, there was a lot of different variables that I just wasn't controlling very well. Honestly, my water intake was extremely low. I didn't eat a whole lot the day before. I was dehydrated. Why am I out of focus? I think it's two things. I think one, this lens is messed up, and the other is that I move way too much when I talk. So stay still, let's go. But anyway, 181 pounds, which is crazy. 10 pounds in a week. Now, I think that you guys get mixed messages on YouTube, because how many times do you hear people say that weight isn't everything, the scale isn't everything, but the first thing you see in every cutting video is them weighing themselves, and I feel like it's kind of contradicting, not from the people saying that themselves, but you guys are just kind of getting a mixed message, because the people doing that understand that the scale isn't everything, they get it, but you guys watching are probably a little bit more, not as advanced as these people, and honestly, you're probably more advanced than me. But the scale isn't everything, and that is why I didn't want to publicize that, oh, I lost 10 pounds in a week, yeah, go me, I have the ultimate cutting guide, I can solve all of your life problems, because that's just not the case. As you can see, it wasn't real weight. I'm up 5 pounds since then. So don't get fixated on the scale either way. If you don't lose weight or if you lose too much weight, I mean, it does matter to some degree. That's really the best objective measure that we have, but you can't get so caught up in it. You can't be weighing yourself 3 times a day, 4 times a day. Heck, I don't even weigh myself every day. Here is my ultimate advice to you guys. Stay in a caloric deficit, okay? Stay on the plan. Don't get frustrated and just keep going, because at the end of the day, if you're doing these things, if you are taking the steps to lose weight and you do it consistently, you are going to reach your goals eventually. Now, is it going to be frustrating if you get on the scale and you don't see it going down? Maybe so, but keep in mind there's so many variables that go into this, and you can only control them to a certain degree, which is why I encourage people to just worry about what you absolutely can control, which is staying in a caloric deficit. At the end of the day, if you're burning off more energy than you're taking in, you're gonna lose weight. It's debits and credits, right? And that's why if you just focus on that, even if it doesn't come as fast as you want it to, patience is the name of the game, my friends. So you guys will not be getting daily weigh-ins from me, but maybe I'll update you every week or every other week. We'll see what happens. You wouldn't believe how many questions I get on my teeth, and a lot of you will ask, well, how do you keep them so white? And in my opinion, they are not white at all. I've stained them so bad over the years. Back in the day, I had some good looking teeth, but now I don't know what happened. But anyway, this is all I do. Oral-B toothbrush, whatever toothpaste is on sale. That's it. Nothing else. No teeth whitening kits or anything. I did get my teeth whitened back in the day after I got my braces off. That was fantastic, but it was very expensive, so I don't see that happening in my near future. What is this channel coming to? My back. Not feeling very good, and I have squat, bench, and deadlift today, which could obviously be a problem. I think one of the reasons I wake up so happy is because I wake up with the opportunity to do whatever I want to do. 99.99% of days I'm healthy, and really when that's the case, you know, the world is yours. You can go out and do anything that your little heart desires, right? And if you're not doing something you want to do, that's on you. That's your fault. Change it. And I think when things like this happen, you start to get discouraged, but just knowing that this is temporary, right? I'm probably in a week or two, I'm going to be able to go and train just like I always have been able to do. So on days like today, I kind of got to remind myself of that and just get in and do what I can. all things considered, I think the workout went as well as it could have. I went in feeling extremely tight. I feel much better now, and as I started to get warm up, my back felt a little bit better, but I still wanted to play a little bit conservative, so I knocked the weights down, kept the volume relatively the same as the program calls for, and really, it's all about knowing your body. You know, no one can tell you how much you should scale it down when you face something like this. No one knows yourself like you do. You need to really just be confident in your own abilities to make that judgment call. And I think so many people rely on what others think when no one knows what you're feeling at the time. And you really have to be able to adapt your workouts around these circumstances because they're inevitably gonna happen. It's never gonna be this perfect vacuum where you feel great all the time. And if you're able to do that, you won't get as far behind as you would if you just, took the time off and didn't go into the gym at all. At least personally, I always feel better once I get in there and get loosened up. So that's kind of my strategy going into these types of things. So, once again, I'm gonna steal your guys' recipe. Well, actually, it was my recipe that you stole, and then you left a comment, and I wish I would've screenshotted it. I always try to give you guys credit, but I can't find it. Anyway, we're gonna make, instead of the protein pudding, we're gonna make some protein froyo. At least that's what I'm gonna call it. So, if you guys don't know, I mean, froyo is one of the best foods ever. It's really hard to recreate. I don't know what kind of magic they put in those things. Run away. Okay, so we're gonna put some frozen bananas in here, and then we're gonna mix 1 box of this butterscotch pudding mix. And just a little bit of yogurt here. I guess people would call that a dollop. Like, what is a dollop? So I can already tell that this is not going to blend. So what I'm gonna do, add a little bit of water. This is kind of disgusting, but that's okay. Okay, so as I imagined, it's not gonna blend. I'm gonna add a little bit of almond milk. So another suggestion I got was to make French toast stick waffles. So I'm gonna try this out. Now you guys know I don't have much luck with the stupid waffle maker, so hoping for the best here. Okay, I'm impressed so far. So while the second batch is in, I'm gonna go ahead and make the icing, and really it's just gonna be 1 scoop of the PS Snickerdoodle protein powder. And I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but you can always save 30% by using at PEscience.com. I know, it's crazy. I kid you not, I've gotten so many questions on how I make this protein icing. It's literally just protein powder and water. Forever gone are the days where I actually eat warm food. Roll it, light it. I think that was one of the better meals that I have made in a while. I appreciate all your suggestions, rich homies. Keep them coming. Should anyone ever eat this much spinach? I apologize if this video has drug on for so long. If anybody is still out there listening, thank you. I appreciate that. Please let me know in the comments below. But I keep talking about how this is not going to be the most accurate cut, and a good example of that would have been last week. So I think I only ate here for dinner 3 out of the 5 day work week, and I ate out for lunch 4 out of the 5 days. I had a lot of lunch meetings and a lot of different things going on, meeting up with different people, and a lot of that was food that, it's not easy to track. There's no macronutrients on some of these websites, or if you're at a meeting, you're not going to sit there and ask people obviously what's in the food. You just have to make do, use your judgment, and I think most people have this problem. So you can't, pause your life just to find foods that are gonna fit in your macros every single day. You have to make the best of it, and hopefully you'll have times like tonight when you can sit back, make your own food, and actually know what's in it. And honestly, I prefer to make my own food just because I'm a bit of a control freak, but that's just me. I can't be the only one singing Popeye in my head right now. So this is what an entire bag of spinach looks like once it's cooked down. It's really not that much. It's crazy how that happens. But one of the funny things that's been happening in the last week or so is that I've been getting stomach aches because of all the volumes of food that I've been eating. So I've been eating extremely clean spinach, a ton of oatmeal, and it's almost been causing some stomach discomfort. And who would have thought that I, Travis, would be eating too clean? Gotta change that up. One gram of carbs. Still blows my mind. We gotta end this thing. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch. You could have been doing anything, and you chose to spend like 15 minutes with me. That's unbelievable. Thank you guys so much. Please give the video a like if you enjoyed it. That really does help me out a lot. And I look forward to talking to you guys next time.